Can you hear me?
Yes, Randell, good morning.
Morning,
Good
morning,
morning, Randell.
morning.
Nice to
Yes,
meet you, Randell.
Nice to meet you all as well.
thank you. Yes, I think it's really quick. Zaira is going to take the lead
Okay,
of the
Um,
meeting, okay?
okay.
well, Randell, so I have a few questions about the ESN from the last week. For example, you told me that the process of the ASN is well, the truck load the material in Lithium, I think, or in other place. I don't know, in
So,
RGL.
yes, so we load them at RGL. So the majority of the RAMOS shipments, whether they're PAM transport or Freightsol, they all come at 7 a.m. So I get here at 7. That's Eastern Standard Time. So once I'm here, whether it's going to be a total of 12 shipments for the day, if it's going to be 20 shipments for the day, pretty much 99% of all the trucks will be there at that time. And we may have one straggler that may come around 10 or 11, but the majority of the trucks that's going to be shipped for the day, they all arrive at the same time. We can only load 7 trucks at a time due to we have other shipments going out, but also we only have a certain amount of high-low drivers to load the trucks. Plus, I have to do just myself personally, 13 pages of documents for each driver, and I have to sign all of them. And then they keep 3 copies of each. We keep 1 copy of each. That's the copy you all receive through the email. We didn't start doing the ASNs put for the batteries until I think it was the 22nd of last month. And since then, I put the ASNs within probably 5 to 10 minutes after the drivers receive their paperwork. So once I do that, it takes about 15 minutes to go through General Motors system, the MGO system. Once that's complete, that's when you guys can see it on your end if you look it up. And I sent also a recent updated email to Zara, I think, today. Let her know how to find the easy process of finding those exact MGO ASNs. And I also, since we started putting them in and last month on the 22nd, I sent a copy of the printout of the actual ASN that has been put in the system with the scanned custom invoices, bill of ladings, any other documents I sent to you all after each driver leaves.
Thanks a lot for your comments, Randall. Yeah, I want to understand the all the process that you do for emit the ASN, because I have a question. The last week we canceled the recollections for 3 days, I think, Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday. And that days I saw ASN on MGO, and I don't know why the ASNs are on the MGO if the trucks are not loaded that day.
No, they if I put anytime I put it, I'm pretty much 100% responsible for the Mesco shipments, and even with other shipments, if I'm doing other shipments, we only put the ASNs into MGO once we actually hand those drivers the paperwork. So that driver, if they might have given, only thing I can think possible is that they gave a different reference number, that the 308. They may have given a different reference number that you guys, they came early. Like yesterday, it was a driver that said he had a pickup scheduled for today, but he wanted to see if the load was ready yesterday. I told him if your carrier company tells you, Freightsol, they told you that you can pick it up today, you can pick it up. We won't restrict you from that, but he had a reference number that was scheduled for pickup today, and he actually picked it up today when they told him to pick it up today. So that's the only possible thing I can think of, why ASN is in the system and the driver wasn't scheduled to be here or wasn't here yet. Only thing I put in the system is exactly what those drivers give me with their trailer numbers and their reference number. So the trailer number is the only thing that we put into the ASNs for MGO. The trailer number, our bill of lading reference number, and the seal number. Other than that, the reference number is on all the other documents, but we cannot put the reference number inside of MGO.
Yeah, well, for example, me, Italy, and me, we have an hypothesis. For example, we think maybe you are send the ASN. How can I say, Italy? How can I say desfasados?
Yes, pending, because you start sending ASN since July 22nd. So I thought, I mean, Mariana, who works for Site 4, has been request the missing ASNs before that date. So our
Oh,
hypothesis is maybe those ASNs are to support that missing ASNs, you know?
yeah. So we were that would be a question you have to ask my supervisor, Rob. Um, we were notified on the 22nd to start putting the ASNs in at that start date. Before that start date, we were not required to put the ASNs in until we were notified to start putting them in. Rob Park will have to answer to you all if they want us to start putting in all the old ASNs, because that's going to go back pretty much to, I think we start shipping to you all. I start shipping to you all either the last week of October or the first week of November.
Okay. Okay. So we want to be really sure that the ASNs were open on week 30. No, sorry, 31 are real, because we need to match. As you know, we use load ID, Penske load ID.
Hmm.
So when we track the load ID, the the truck belongs to site 2. That is Jorge. I mean,
Yes, yes. So I do apologize for that. We were not updated exactly. We don't receive email updates to which sites they're going to. So what I did was, and I talked this over with the main manager, Chris Brzezinski, that basically we have those two sites within MGO. I was putting pretty much every freight sold carrier into the CRAM CSS site on
yes.
MGO, and every PAM transport carrier I put into the Ramos Res site in MGO. Because I have no update whether they're going to either site. And I think the last update I got was probably a month ago or a month and a half ago when I was
Okay.
notified that. So that's on my end.
Okay. Yes. Also, is uh, of our size, we need to send to you as always. I mean, to do that every day or maybe once a week. You will have all the. It works for you, right? When we
Uh,
send to you, I mean, Jorge needs to send to you all the loads or for
I,
week.
it, it helps. Yes, it does help if we receive the loads. That does help us, so we can know which shipments will be going out.
Okay, maybe that happened on that week, right? In 21, that you use, my understanding is that you use Freightsol for to ship to site 2, that is Jorge, if we can say that, and a PAM carrier to load material to site 4 to say Zaira, right?
Uh,
That is my
that
understand.
that is correct. That is correct.
Okay, okay, got it, got it. I think Sarah is already done the investigation, if we could say that, but I think we need to have a better look because carrier says that those days they didn't pick up material. So also we have file with all the trucks in transit for, I mean, from R RGL to Mexico for both plants, and we sometimes we can find or we can match the trailer with the load and with the bill of lading. Sorry. So I don't know.
No, so
Uh,
every shipment that I receive, that we ship out, that I document and I create the paperwork for, I send all those documents through the email chain every time they come in. So in
yes,
that week of those 2 days, whichever loads you guys did not receive or have thought you received, I have all those documents still, and I can resend those, as well as I have the sign-in sheets for those drivers, and I can scan
yes.
that over for those days as well, and send that to you as well for those drivers that correlates to the paperwork that was sent those days.
Okay, okay, got it. We will start to um, link all the details, I mean, again, and to know, and maybe we can provide to you the missing paperwork, maybe we
Uh-huh.
don't need the 24 or 20 shipments that you shipped that day, but maybe we need just for paperwork or trip paperwork
Okay.
just to avoid more rework for both parts, to you and for ourselves.
Okay.
So yeah, 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 because even when we say that we already pick up material, Kerry says no, but maybe they need to have a better look and looking because maybe they, I mean, something is happening, happen, but we haven't um know what is happening. So yeah,
So
okay,
to be helpful, those dates, if you send me which dates and what you're looking for in the email, I'll look for those and send those over. So like you said, not the full, like send over 24, different shipments. And also I'll send in the sign-in sheet for those dates as well.
okay, that sounds great. For my side, one last question. Is you haven't resent the missing ASNs? I mean, before 22 July 22, right? Or have you done that, or that is on Rob site?
That's with the upper management, whether they will want to send those ASNs. That will go back all the way. That would be before, so that'd be pretty much the last week of October of 2023 all the way until July 21st. That's a lot. That will be everything.
Okay. Well,
Unless you wanted
I
something
will.
unless you wanted something specifically, but I'm not sure if we can, if we're supposed to. I'll have to talk to Rob Park about that, or you guys can send him an email as well. But I'm not sure if
Okay.
we can put that into General Motors MGO system if they've already, like, been shipped out and it's been, like, months that have passed.
Okay. Got it. Got yes, because Mariana sent to you all the ASNs that are missing. That is my understanding because Mariana is taking the charge of that issue. For that reason is my question. For that reason was that so that we maybe the ASNs that we have in Trinidad weren't real because maybe were the missing ASNs.
No, any when we were required to put the ASNs in, starting the 22nd, pretty much
Okay.
everything, 100% of those ASNs have been put in. Our team, our auditors just reviewed all of Ramos shipments yesterday. So all those ASNs for Ramos Mexico have been put in since July 22nd. So every truck that arrived since July 22nd, all those ASNs have been put in. That have been shipped out.
Okay, got it. Got it. Okay. For from my side, is everything. I don't know, Saira, do you have more comments or questions?
Not well, I think that's all of my part. Well, today we're load 9 trucks. It's that correct? Yeah, Randall.
That is correct. There will be right now. I'm in my car. I know that one more truck has to be loaded. They were offloaded, but when they were finished offloading, it was lunch break, so all the drivers were going to lunch. So we have another driver in there. It's going to be loaded. Would make it 10 total for the day, unless any other drivers come later on.
Uh,
Okay, Randall. Thank you. Well, that's I would like to you support because we have a condition here. We need to load the more trucks than we have per day.
Okay,
okay.
we
Just
should be able to accommodate that. Yeah, but that shouldn't be an issue for us.
Yeah, if you have any issue with the truck, the carrier, or something like that, tell me and tell me by on email, or you can send me an Teams. And yeah, I would like to do my best for for resolve that.
Okay, thank you. I appreciate that.
okay. Thank you, Randall. Just you mentioned that today you load 10 trucks, but is in total, I mean, for both sides or just for one side?
For one side, there's 9 trucks that have been loaded already and departed RGL. There's one truck that is about to be loaded after I get off the phone with you guys. So that'll be a total. Once he's loaded, that'll be a total of 10 for the day so far.
Okay, okay. So I need to get into because as you know, first there are two plans involved. So for plan one, uh, you should ship today like 9 or 8.
Um,
And
right now, I know that I think it was only 3 PAM drivers, PAM transport drivers. I think I'm not for sure right now, but I think it was only 3 PAM transport drivers. So those were sent to the Ramos Res site within MGO for General Motors, and then the remainder, the other 6 drivers right now were Freightsol, and that was sent to the CROM CSS site within General Motors MGO system.
okay, okay, got it. So also, what time is there? It's almost midday.
Yes, it's our time right now here is I'm sorry, 11, almost 12 o'clock. It's 11:50 a.m. My shift ends at 3:30 p.m. Our second shift, they we have some people that know how to do the Ramos shipments, but they don't know how to put in an MGO yet. But Rob Park hasn't altered the time frame for when we cut off for shipping out your shipments. So right now, our set time that Rob set up with your team in Mexico was supposed to be for 1:30 p.m.
Okay,
Eastern Standard Time. So usually I squeeze in some of the drivers if they get there before 2 p.m. But our first shift clocks out at 2:30, so we can't really do past 2 p.m. for your shipments to ship out.
okay, got it. So we need to looking for the missing trucks for today because so far I think there are missing at least 5 trucks. So I would talk to Jorge and Zaira because as you know there are two material follow-ups for uh, one for each, one for plan one, one another one for plan two. So to know because so far I think so we keep you posted as well if the
Okay.
trucks are already late for the
Okay.
pickup and to know when they will arrive and if they will arrive tomorrow because I know they just have maybe 2 hours to arrive there today. So okay, we keep you posted regarding the missing trucks for today.
Okay, thank you.
Okay. Okay, Saira, are we okay? Do you need something more?
No, I'm okay, Ali. Thank you.
Okay. Okay, Randall. So thank you so much for your support. Anyway, we keep you posted regarding the trucks for today and also for the paperwork that we need if they are need, right?
Okay, sounds good. Thank you so much.
Have a good day. Thank you,
You too.
Randall.
Thank you so much, Randall. Have a good day.
You too. Bye.
Bye.
Bye.